Hey, it's Amber with the White Dog Farm, and it's in the middle of the afternoon, and I like to, when the donkeys are in the barn in the wintertime, I really like to go down mid-afternoon and check on them and clean out the stall. Makes it a little easier in the evening, fill up their water buckets, just make sure they're doing all right. So I thought maybe you'd want to come along, so I'm going to take you with me. If you want to come on, let's go do it. I'm going to go down and muck out the stalls, and I got to refill their water because they've probably drank quite a bit of it, and it's really cold, so it's probably starting to get pretty cold, maybe frozen. So we're gonna fill up our water tank and head on down to the barn. Boots. I do this muck out stalls probably 3 times a day in the winter. In the summer, they don't really need it too much, if at all, because they poop outside in the summer. But in the winter, when they're in the barn a lot, it gets pretty nasty. I'm gonna go show you. Is your stall pretty messy? Yeah? This is how I muck out stalls. I'm sure there's probably 100 different ways to do it. I just use a broom to sweep it all into a pile and then scoop it up and put it into a bucket. That's what works for me. It seems to work really well, so that's what I do. Now I'm just spreading down some barn lime. It is something that just helps absorb the odor and the wetness, and it's not toxic to myself. It's not toxic to the animals. So it works really well with keeping the smell down and keeping the wet spots dried up a little bit. big donkeys. These are nice. Coming in here in a minute, Bubba. Okay, now the fun part. We get to convince Oliver to go in the stall. Come on, bud. Let's go in. Shoo, shoo. Come on. Go on in there. Oh, good boy. So you see these big Rubbermaid tubs that I have here? So I got those the other day to try something, because when they eat hay out of their feeder, a lot of it falls on the ground and then they tend to pee and poop all over it. And I tell them, don't poop where you eat, but do they listen? No, they don't. So getting these and putting them underneath to kind of catch the hay that has fallen, and then what falls to the ground, they can eat it out of the bin. And that seems to be working. We've cut down on a lot of waste hay. It seems to be working out pretty good. So, of course, Waylon thinks the tub is a toy. So a lot of the times I will look on the cameras and he's dragging it all over the stall because it's something to play with. But it serves its purpose. He can't hurt it. It can't hurt him. It's all good. A lot of ice on the dry lot, and I frankly don't want them to slip and fall and break a leg or something. They're pretty sure-footed animals, but you know, it's not that big a deal for a few days to just do it this way. Are you photobombing me, Waylon? I don't like borrowing trouble. Prevent a problem. Why wouldn't you do that? Alright, let's get out of here before Waylon decides to eat the camera. I know this puts me behind the donkeys, right? And you should never stand behind a horse or a donkey. You stand behind these guys all the time. They have never kicked. They've never tried to kick. I tell people don't do it, but I do it all the time. So there they are. The reason I'm putting them in the stalls like this, it's a really small space, I know, and I hate that, but it is what it is. It's only for a short time. Pretty soon they'll be out running in the dry lot as soon as the weather clears out, but this gives them a chance to get to know each other before we put them all together, because when we put the baby in with these guys, they're probably going to fight. And they will be much more likely to fight if they haven't been introduced properly through a fence. And we've been doing this for a while, so it should theoretically go well when we put them all together, but you never know. And he is really, really little. He is really tiny. I'll see if I can get a shot standing by him and let you get an idea for how little he really is. So, here, of course he walks away. So the top of his head is at the top of my hip. That's how little he is. Come here, Oliver. You'll be like that. Are you going to do this? don't we? Yes, you are. So there you can see it. His head is like at the top of my hip. So he's tiny. That's the top of his head. So he is really, really tiny, and I don't want them to hurt him, or worse, kill him. So I'm gonna let him grow, because he's gonna have to be able to defend himself, and he'll be able to do that if he gets a little bit bigger. So, all right, now I gotta take my bucket of poop out to the manure bin. So come on, let's go do that. Leave that open as much as possible, but I'll tell you, this winter is relentless. It has been a really tough winter, and it just won't let go. All right, I think we're done here, boys. What do y'all think? Yeah? Are we all done? I don't have any cookies. He's not trying to steal your cookies. No, he's not. You be nice to him. Yeah. Waylon, Wilbur, you need to have a talk with Waylon. You need to be nice to the baby. It's like he got this new little baby brother that he was not asking for. He doesn't like him. He wants us to take him back. Not gonna happen. Okay, it's cold. I'm gonna head back up to the house and get some coffee and warm up. You make it a good day, all right?